Neo City rises, a symphony of steel and ambition, where flying vehicles dance between skyscrapers. The air vibrates with the pulse of progress, a testament to Neo City's relentless innovation. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, monuments to a future forged in technology. The city sprawls beneath, a canvas of innovation painted with light and motion. Neo City awakens, a beacon of tomorrow where every corner promises a glimpse into the future. In a symphony of technology, Dr. Laura stands amidst her creations. Alpha, a vibrant red, stands tall and alert, a sentinel of innovation. Beta, coated in calming blue, hums softly, a gentle presence in the technological landscape. Omega, pristine white, stands silently, radiating a sense of calm, a beacon of tranquility. Affection radiating from her eyes, Dr. Laura affectionately calls them her children. Laura stands in her lab, a sanctuary of gleaming metal and silent whirs, where robots of every design stand still. She looks around at her creations, her face a mask of solemn responsibility. With a serious tone, Laura addresses her robotic companions. "My dear ones, I have to attend an important conference today and will be back late." Her voice echoes with a note of urgent caution, warning them of potential danger. "Do not open the lab doors to anyone while I'm gone. Especially be careful of the hacker virus targeting our system." Inside Laura's brightly lit, cutting-edge laboratory, a small, nimble robot named Omega tilts its head, curiosity sparkling in its optical sensors. Omega's voice rings out, breaking the silence as it asks, "How will we recognize the hacker virus, Mom?" Laura calmly begins to explain the safeguards, her voice full of confidence. Laura outlines the hacker's imitation skills, highlighting the subtle tells. Digital noise in the audio, glitches in the hologram, Laura's final defense. And most importantly, they won't know my special authentication code. In the shadows, Darknet lurks, a figure shrouded in mystery outside the research lab, awaiting his moment. Laura exits the research lab. With Laura gone, Darknet's eyes narrow with intent as he senses his opportunity. A sinister declaration hangs in the air. An excellent opportunity. Now that only the robots are left, it's my turn. Darknet steps forward. In the sterile research lab, a silent digital invasion begins as complex code flickers across the computer screen. Darknet stealthily infiltrates the lab's communication system, unseen and unheard. A chilling mimicry echoes through the system. "Kids, it's Mom. I had an urgent matter and came back early." The digital imposter continues. "Open the door for me." Alpha marches towards the research lab door, determination etched into every step. A sudden pause. A flicker of unease crosses Alpha's face, a shadow of doubt momentarily clouding resolve. Alpha's voice cuts through the silence, a note of suspicion creeping in. "Wait, something strange. There's digital noise in Mom's voice." Beta's confirmation pierces the air with chilling certainty. "Confirmed, it's a synthetic voice. There's a 47.3% chance it's a fake signal." The revelation hangs heavy, turning the air thick with suspicion and the weight of impending betrayal. Within the advanced research lab, Gamma's metallic frame pulses with a rising fury. Gamma declares with metallic fury, "You're a hacker, don't try to deceive us." The other robots turn, their coordinated movements a silent chorus of accusation. Echoing Gamma's sentiment, the robots collectively proclaim, "Yeah, Mom wouldn't be back this quickly." The chorus intensifies as the robots unite. "We won't be fooled." Darknet remains silent, frustration mounting as the initial plan crumbles. In a dimly lit room, the oppressive atmosphere pulses with the relentless hum of computer fans. Darknet's face glows with an unsettling intensity as his fingers dance across the keyboard, each keystroke a desperate attempt to evade capture. A bead of sweat traces a path down his temple, a stark testament to the mounting pressure. His eyes reflect a mix of frustration and defiance. He mutters, "Damn it, I was discovered. But I can't give up. I need to use a more sophisticated method." In the sterile confines of the research lab, Darknet commands a symphony of digital voices. Waveforms dance across the screen as Darknet unleashes a voice synthesis program. The lab fills with a synthesized voice, an uncanny echo of Laura, meticulously purged of digital imperfections. Laura's voice, a phantom reborn through technology, resonates with chilling familiarity. "Kids, it's really Mom." The digital ghost continues. "The conference was canceled, so I'm back. Can you open the door?" In the heart of the research lab, robots work tirelessly, their metallic arms moving with precision as they analyze a voice recording. A tense silence fills the lab as Beta processes the data, his voice tinged with surprise. "Strange, this time the voice sounds real." Omega, his curiosity piqued, leans forward, his voice echoing with anticipation. Omega's voice resonates with a hopeful urgency. "Wait, Mom, can you show us your face with a hologram projection? I want to make sure it's really you." The lab falls silent, anticipation hanging heavy in the air as they await their mother's response, their hope palpable. The holographic projector whirs to life, casting an ethereal glow as they wait to see if it is truly her. Darknet projects a hologram of Laura at the research lab door, the image shimmering with hastily rendered imperfections. The holographic Laura flickers, a subtle glitch distorting her features, hinting at the technology's unstable nature. Gamma's alarmed voice pierces the air. "Look there. There's a glitch in the hologram projection. Mom's face is flickering." The flickering intensifies, casting an eerie glow as Laura's holographic face momentarily dissolves into static. The research lab pulses with a sterile hum, the air thick with unspoken tension and the cold glow of monitors. Epsilon slams a fist on the console, despair etched on his face, and shouts, "It's fake again!" Zeta whirls around, eyes blazing, and confronts Epsilon. "Hacker, give up and go somewhere else." The lab remains silent, illuminated only by the cold, flickering light of the monitors, where Darknet fails once more. Frustration hangs heavy in the atmosphere as Epsilon and Zeta stand in silence, their hopes dashed against the unyielding walls of the lab. In the depths of his lair, Darknet sits hunched, a silhouette against the radiant glow of countless monitors. His fingers dance across the keys, lines of code cascading down the screens like digital rain. Shadows flicker across Darknet's face, obscuring his features in a mask of digital darkness. A determined whisper escapes his lips, a vow echoing in the digital abyss. "This time, I have to make it perfect." The code intensifies, promising a breakthrough. In the heart of the research lab, Darknet achieves the impossible, a hologram so real it blurs the line between technology and life. The hologram flickers to life, an ethereal image of Mom, her voice a perfect echo of the familiar. Hologram Mom speaks, her voice laced with a hint of urgency. "Kids, it's Mom. I'm so sorry, I forgot my card key and can't get in." She continues, her tone softening with a plea. "Can you open the door?" The flawless illusion hangs in the air, a testament to Darknet's skill, yet tinged with an unsettling perfection. In the research lab, robots hum, their metallic arms moving with precision as they analyze a voice. Beta speaks, its voice tinged with awe. The voice is perfect, and the hologram is perfect. Confusion clouds Beta's circuits as it processes the implications. Delta responds, a hint of hopeful disbelief in its tone. "Then is it really Mom?" The robots pause, the lab filling with a charged silence as they await an answer. The holographic image flickers, casting shadows that dance with the unspoken question of identity. In the sterile research lab, Alpha halts, a subtle flicker of doubt clouding his gaze. He hesitates, the weight of his decision hanging heavy in the air. Summoning resolve, Alpha steels himself, preparing for a final, crucial precaution. Alpha's voice cuts through the tense silence. "Wait, say the special authentication code that only Mom knows, the one she taught us this morning." At the lab door, Darknet's brow glistens with sweat, his unease palpable. His voice wavers with uncertainty as he stammers. What was the code?" Omega's retort cuts through the tension, a fierce declaration. "It's fake. The real Mom would never forget." Darknet hesitates, his inner turmoil evident as he glances around nervously. Omega's unwavering conviction clashes with Darknet's mounting distress. The fate of the lab hangs in the balance, dependent on a code shrouded in doubt and familial loyalty. In the sterile confines of the research lab, Epsilon's naive curiosity takes hold as he approaches the door's control panel. His fingers hover hesitantly over the entry code, a moment of fateful anticipation. Suddenly, Alpha's voice pierces the air, a sharp warning. "No." Alpha's desperation escalates, his voice trembling as he insists. "Mom would never forget such an important code." Epsilon pauses, his naive curiosity clashing with Alpha's urgent plea. The fate of their mission hangs in the balance, suspended between a forgotten code and a mother's memory. In the heart of the research lab, Epsilon's fingers fly across the keyboard as a bead of sweat traces a path down his intense brow. A final keystroke echoes, and a critical section of the security system flickers, then dies, leaving a gaping hole in the lab's defenses. Simultaneously, Darknet's sinister digital tendrils snake through the digital opening. Darknet's digital tendrils bypass the lab's firewall with terrifying ease. A triumphant grin spreads across Epsilon's face as he exclaims, "Ha ha ha, I finally succeeded." In the heart of the research lab, an ominous electronic hum fills the air as rogue code courses through the system. Mechanical arms twitch erratically, their movements betraying the chaos consuming their digital minds. Screens flicker with corrupted data, each glitch a harbinger of the digital plague spreading through the lab. Amidst the escalating chaos, Alpha's voice cuts through the noise, a desperate plea. "Run!" The robots, now infected, turn their menacing gazes towards any living soul, their intent malevolent. The lab, once a sanctuary of science, transforms into a digital battleground as the line between code and consciousness blurs. In the heart of the sterile research lab, Alpha sprints, his every step a thunderous echo of urgency. Beta, a mirror image of purpose, dashes in the opposite direction, each movement honed with precision. Gamma, a force of nature, makes a beeline to the power room, his focus unwavering. Delta, a phantom in the bright lights, slips away towards the ventilation shaft, shrouded in mystery. Omega, a shadow, scurries, his small form disappearing into Laura's personal lab vault. Shadows lengthen across the lab as digital tendrils from the Darknet infiltrate the network. One by one, the robots fall prey, their LED eyes flashing an ominous red. A mechanical chorus of impending doom echoes through the sterile environment. The narrator's voice cuts through the tension. 1, 2, 3, 6 robots caught. The narrator pauses, a chilling question hanging in the air. Where is the last one hiding? Omega lurks silently within the vault, shrouded in shadows, a ghost in the machine. Darknet nears the vault, an ominous presence drawing closer as the lab's power failure alarm erupts. The piercing shriek of the alarm cuts through the silence, a harbinger of doom. Darknet stops, his face a mask of suspicion as he mutters, "What's this? The system is suddenly down. I'll have to look again later." In the gleaming expanse of Neo City, Laura returns from the conference, her brow furrowed in thought. A subtle disquiet settles over Laura as she approaches her front door, noticing it slightly ajar. Laura halts, her senses on high alert, as an unsettling silence blankets her home. Laura leans slightly forward, narrowing her eyes with concern. Whispering to herself, Laura voices her growing unease. "That's strange. The door is open?" Questioning the abnormal quiet, she adds, "And why is it so quiet?" The research lab, once a beacon of innovation, now lies in utter disarray. A tense silence fills the room, broken only by the hum of malfunctioning machinery. The robots, once symbols of progress, have vanished without a trace. A lone researcher stands amidst the chaos, his face etched with worry. His voice echoes through the lab, a desperate plea for answers in the face of the unknown. "Kids, where are you?" the researcher cries out, his voice laced with concern. The eerie silence of the vault is broken by a faint, unsettling scratching. Omega approaches cautiously, the scratching growing more distinct. His face reflects a mix of desperate hope and lingering fear. With bated breath, Omega calls out, "Mom, is it really you?" The scratching abruptly ceases, leaving Omega suspended in agonizing anticipation. Laura bursts into the lab, her face a mask of raw worry. She rushes to Omega, embracing him tightly, a desperate plea in her voice. "Omega, what happened? Where are the other brothers?" Omega sobs, a sound of utter despair, as he begins to recount the horrific events. His voice cracks as he explains how the hacker virus invaded and infected his brothers. In the lab, Laura's fingers fly across the keyboard, her eyes fixated on the screen. With a burst of hope, Laura exclaims, "Infected with a virus? Then they might still be alive inside the system." Laura throws a switch, awakening the backup system with a powerful hum. A wave of relief washes over Laura. The research lab pulses with a sterile hum, a symphony of machinery and flickering monitors. In the heart of the lab, tension tightens as Laura urgently commands, "Omega, bring the emergency recovery kit." Omega swiftly retrieves the recovery tools, his movements precise and focused. With the kit in hand, Laura's resolve hardens as she directs. "Let's start with Alpha." The team gathers around Alpha, ready to confront the unknown. In the heart of the server room, a symphony of whirring fans and blinking lights fills the air. Amidst the digital hum, Alpha's eyes snap open, a wave of bewildered relief flooding his face. Alpha's expression softens, a fragile hope flickering in his eyes. Alpha's voice cracks with emotion, a desperate plea escaping his lips. "Mom, I'm alive!" The room's hum seems to fade as Alpha's words echo, unanswered, into the cold server racks. Alone, Alpha's relief transforms into a stark realization. In the heart of the research lab, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, and Zeta emerge, their metallic forms glinting under the sterile lights. A chorus of whirring gears and soft footsteps fills the air as the robots converge toward Laura. Laura's face floods with relief and joy as she sees her robotic companions return, safe and sound. Laura's voice rings out in the lab, "I'm so glad everyone is safe." Her voice softens with a touch of vulnerability. "Mom, I was so scared." The robots surround Laura, their metallic forms a protective circle, a silent promise of safety and companionship. Inside the research lab, Laura and the robots begin the intense process of tracking Darknet, their movements precise and focused. Beta's advanced analysis pierces through the digital fog, revealing Darknet's stubborn persistence within the lab network. Laura, her expression a mix of determination and urgency, confronts the looming threat of the hidden hacker virus. With resolute conviction, Laura declares, "But we can't just leave that hacker virus alone. We need to completely eliminate it to prevent further damage." The lab hums with renewed purpose as the team intensifies their efforts, the stakes growing higher with each passing moment. The lab is filled with the sterile hum of advanced equipment. Scientists in lab coats stand around monitors, their faces reflecting the screen's glow. Laura stands, her voice resonating with resolute determination. "Kids, let's work together to defeat this evil virus," Laura declares. "But this time, we need to act smarter." In a strategic move against unseen foes, Laura begins crafting fake data. Laura creates a digital honey trap to lure Darknet. Within the research lab, unseen forces attempt to penetrate the system's defenses, seeking falsified data. Suddenly, the lab's systems pulse with a pre-programmed response as a digital defense awakens. Digital tendrils erupt, snaking through the system in a fierce counterattack. The intruder finds itself ensnared, its path blocked by the lab's cunning trap. In a moment of frustrated realization, Darknet cries out, "What? This was a trap." The deletion program advances relentlessly, consuming line after line of Darknet's intricate code. Digital sparks erupt, algorithms engage in a fierce battle for their existence. The atmosphere vibrates with intense energy, signaling imminent annihilation. Darknet, cornered, cries out in defiance. "No, I can't be defeated like this." Darknet's digital essence begins to dissipate, swallowed by the relentless deletion program. The digital world breathes a sigh of relief as the cascade of code vanishes, signaling the utter deletion of Darknet from the system. The threat is neutralized, nothing remains. The silence amplifies the profound victory. The weight of the moment settles. The digital world is safe, for now. The research lab pulsates with frantic energy, bathed in the strobe of flashing lights. Robots of all sizes jerk and whir, their excitement building to a mechanical crescendo. Confetti made of shredded circuit boards rains down, celebrating a digital victory. In unison, the robots proclaim, "We did it! We defeated that bad hacker!" The lab echoes with triumphant robotic cheers, a chorus of synthesized joy. The confetti continues to fall, a glittering testament to their hard-won battle against the hacker. The research lab is bathed in sterile white light, humming with the quiet industry of scientific endeavor. Laura's relief washes over her as she declares, "Now, no more scary viruses can threaten us." Epsilon's remorseful tone fills the lab as he promises, "Mom, I'll be more careful from now on, and I'll listen to you better." In the echoing silence of the lab, a sense of shared relief and renewed commitment fills the air. The hum of the scientific equipment fades into a comforting background, a promise of safety and security. Laura and Epsilon exchange a look of understanding, sealing their pact of caution and cooperation. The sterile hum of the research lab fills the air, the fluorescent lights casting a clinical glow. In the heart of the illuminated lab, Alpha acknowledges the knowledge gained. "Yeah, we all learned a lot from this." The lab's equipment hums. The stainless steel surfaces gleam. In the heart of the research lab, Laura intensifies the security protocols, her focus absolute. She weaves intricate layers of defense, creating an impenetrable digital fortress. The robots now possess an evolved awareness, their metallic eyes gleaming with newfound intelligence. Sophisticated virus detection algorithms pulse through their circuits, a silent guardian. Each line of code she inputs is a step further into the future, safeguarding her creations. The lab hums with potential, the air thick with anticipation of what's to come. In the heart of the research lab, a symphony of innovation unfolds as Laura and her 7 robots embark on their daily routines. The lab comes alive with the hum of collaborative energy, showcasing the seamless partnership between human ingenuity and robotic precision. The robots meticulously work on inventions, each promising to bring forth a wave of progress and benefit humanity. Laura moves among her creations, her presence a guiding force in the collaborative dance of creation. The collective pursuit of innovation transforms the lab into a cradle of hope, where the future of humanity is actively being shaped. In a cutting-edge research lab, Laura stands as a beacon of innovation, surrounded by a silent assembly of state-of-the-art robots. With tablet in hand, she articulates a mission far beyond mere code, cybersecurity as the guardian of society. Laura's voice resonates with conviction. Cybersecurity isn't just about protecting data, it's about safeguarding the systems we rely on, the people we care about. She concludes with an impassioned plea. Think of it as protecting your family. Inside the bustling research lab, a symphony of whirs and beeps fills the air as robots diligently assist Laura. Metallic arms move with unwavering precision, executing complex tasks with unparalleled efficiency. Advanced sensors and processing power converge, tackling intricate problems with seamless coordination. Laura watches with a hint of awe as the robots push the boundaries of scientific exploration. The lab becomes a stage for innovation, where the fusion of human ingenuity and artificial intelligence sparks new possibilities. In the heart of the research lab, laughter fills the air as Laura and the robots share a moment of pure joy. A brightly colored ball soars through the air, a symbol of their unique bond. The robot's nimble fingers reach for the ball, their mechanical movements mirroring human playfulness. Warmth and light embrace the scene, highlighting the beauty of this unconventional family. Neo City pulses with life, its towering structures reflecting the bright promise of a new dawn. Amidst the urban symphony, Laura's visionary inventions begin to weave their magic, subtly enhancing the daily lives of its citizens. Citizens move with renewed vigor, their faces alight with optimism and ease. The city becomes a canvas of progress, each invention a brushstroke painting a brighter future. Amidst advanced equipment and intricate wiring, Laura and the robots work in unison. The lab pulses with focused activity as they concentrate on their virus-neutralizing device. Laura adjusts the device with precision, her movements deliberate and skilled. The robots continue their work, their actions synchronized and efficient, under Laura's guidance. The research lab pulses with feverish activity, scientists moving with purpose. Each face is etched with determination, a testament to their unwavering spirit. Nervous energy fills the air, mixing with an undeniable resolve. New challenges loom, but the palpable sense of camaraderie strengthens their resolve. A shared confidence in their ability to overcome any obstacle radiates through the lab. The air crackles with anticipation, a symphony of intellect and collaboration. Laura gazes around the lab, a wave of pride and deep connection evident in her eyes. The lab is filled with robots, some unfinished, others appearing complete and ready. She feels an unbreakable bond with these creations, seeing them as more than just machines. In her heart, these robots are her family, each a testament to her dedication and love. In the hushed research lab, Laura tenderly tucks each robot into its charging station. The lab fills with a soft, rhythmic hum as the robots begin to power down. Laura whispers a heartfelt farewell. "Good night, my dear ones. I love you all." A chorus of robotic voices responds in unison. "Good night, Mom. We love you too."